Hey everyone, welcome back to Random Spirit Podcast. I am your host, Cynthia. Before we dive into today's episode, I have a little announcement. I am looking for three mamas that are ready to break generational trauma. My 10-week program, Journey to Self Healing Generational Trauma from the Root to the Crown, is for mothers that are ready to end the cycle. You are someone outside of the roles that you play in life. It's time to remother ourselves and nurture ourselves. I do have a breakthrough session that you can go on and book right now to see if this is the right program for you. This is the right step towards your journey. Go on and book your session. Get comfortable, and I hope you all enjoy this episode just as much as I did making it. Welcome, Eleonora, the Reiki energy healer and starseed, to Random Spirit Podcast. Thank you for being here.
It's my pleasure. Thank you.
This is an amazing soul sister. There is definitely just like a connection between us.
Yes.
I love you so much, girl.
So do I.
I've had her on my podcast previous, and we've developed an amazing relationship. Just a warning, today we will be focusing on like ETs, different dimension, everything not from the 3D, past lives, stuff like that. So no judgment, right? Come with an open mind. Everyone has their different beliefs, and this is what Eleonora and I talk about, and this is what we believe. I don't even know where to start because I feel like you are the only person that I can sit here and talk about things that are out of this world, like crown chakra things, like ETs, stuff like that. And I genuinely, before we even dive in, I just want to say that this woman right here is so powerful and so amazing. And I feel like intuitively, you are going to be part of this
Great awakening.
this great awakening of this collective. And I feel like there's just this mission that you have for other star seeds, right?
Yes.
Yes. Where do you want to start, girl? Because
I think I need to start with Dolores Cannon's book.
yes. Okay.
19 books. Now is up to 25, but when I started, there was 19, and I read it all. And that's what happened. You're not going to start to connect to your galactic family, to the other versions of you that are in the higher dimensions, like the Pleiades, Arcturus, if you don't even believe they exist.
Yeah.
If you don't know the story behind.
Mm-hmm.
So Dolores Cannon's book expanded my awareness in such a way that my psychic was ready to embrace the knowledge that here on the body, we are just a little fragment of our soul, and our soul is spread throughout all the dimensions. And here, from this little 3D body, you have the ability to connect to all that other aspects of yourself. And that's what we're going to talk today. And what's happening to me can happen to you, can happen to anyone that is ready to. Because people from the higher dimension, light beings, will never say anything to you, give you any experience that will cause you fear. Yes. Because fear is our worst enemy.
I'm into UFOs and stuff. There's so many people that have had encounters and stuff. I'm pretty sure I've had encounters. Did you want to talk about like anything that you've seen or?
Before I go there, let me just bring people to mind in one thing.
Yeah.
Okay, if there is ET out there.
Yes.
And they can visit us, how I cannot see. Think this way, we live in the three-dimensional reality.
Yes.
That we perceive most of the five senses. There are other planets out there that also have a 3D life. Those are not able to come here. The ones that are coming here are the more advanced ones that are in the 4D and down. So in order to communicate with them, to interact with them, or you're gonna drop their vibration to have that communication for a short time, or you need to rise your vibration there.
Oh my God.
So when you become activated, you activate your DNA and your psychic abilities started to lift the veil and you see through the third dimension, that's when you're ready for communication.
How do you activate your DNA?
Self-awareness.
Am I activated?
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
Okay.
And many people do through reading, but there are many ways.
Yes, yes.
I can say that Dolores Canvas really expanded my awareness in a certain degree that, wow. But I think that another book that's really helped me that it's happened like 3 days after I finished. I started channeling one of my guides, and it was a gift from the stars, talking about all races of extraterrestrials that interact, that has any sort of affair with Earth.
How many races are there? Like that you could
I
think
didn't
of
count, but it's a lot. It's more than 100.
Can you come up with at least like 5 from the top of your head?
Yeah. I can come up with 5 that I'm in contact with to start with. Pleiades, Lyrians, Arcturus, Andromeda, Blue Avian.
Okay.
Sirius. I already went to 6, so I can stop now.
Okay. Wow. Huh. You have a guide? Because like we all have ascended masters, just like spiritual beings that guide us through life. So when you say you have connection, is it like your spirit guides, or is it just like you just have connection?
Let me tell you about all the team that's here helping us.
Yeah.
When you say spirit guides, we think about someone that's not in the body, that's in the spiritual world. But the truth is, they are multidimensional beings that just live in a dimension higher than us.
How many dimensions are there? Too many?
Too many, too many. And it's like a quantum, it can always create more. Right now, Earth has 13 dimensions.
Wow.
Right now, Earth has 13 dimensions. And 13 or 12? No, it's 12. 12 dimensions. But after Earth ascended to the 5th dimension, 3 more will be created.
Wow.
So it's always evolving, but let's not lose track. So I was talking about spirit guides.
Yes.
Your spirit guides doesn't need to be only spirits that are not in the body. You have one guardian angel that's assigned to you.
Yeah.
You have many spirits guides that are usually people that already passed, that already have experience on Earth. And they volunteer to stay with you, help you in this life with certain things. And for us, there are star seeds, old souls that already evolved all the way to source and decided to come back here to help ascend the planet. We can connect many beings from many dimensions, depend on which stage of her life, which mission we are at the moment, which things we are doing at the moment. We have different guides from those different dimensions also. For example, the first one that came to me was my Pleiadian guide. And that was interesting. I have just started automatic writing. First, I wrote a letter, earthly letter, from my cousin to his family. And then it's okay, let's see who will come next.
Yeah.
And then he made me write bubble letters. And then he started saying, come to know your guide. I took a long time to figure it out his name because I never seen
Yeah.
before.
No, yeah.
Until I come up with his name, I'll give only the first name, not the last name, because the name has energy
Yes,
and
yes.
he'll be drawn to.
Mm-hmm.
His name is Kamea, and I
Mm-hmm.
learned to know that he is another aspect of myself.
Yeah.
What that means? That means that we have the same higher self, the same oversoul. That's what it means.
Mm-hmm.
And he, can I tell you about the experience?
Girl,
Came to
yes.
visit
Tell
me.
me, tell me whatever you're comfortable with, because I know that, things can get crazy. Whatever you're comfortable with, yeah.
Well, you don't have to believe me or not, but it was really real.
I believe you.
I had just finished automatic write a
Yeah.
message from him.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't told me he would do that.
Mm-hmm.
But when I went to bed, I lie down, I closed my eyes, and I felt something like I felt like was a knee on the bed when you feel
Mm-hmm.
the mattress going down, and
Mm-hmm.
it was heavy.
Yeah.
And I felt the knee. It was something really heavy, heavier than a person. And
Okay.
oh, what is that? And then I started feeling a magnetic field that I could feel against my skin. And I suddenly closed my head, cover my head,
Mm-hmm.
and I thought, oh, it's him. I I
Oh
removed the
my
cover and I
God.
tried to see it,
Uh-huh.
but I couldn't see it. So it's okay, so just feel. When I covered my head,
Mm-hmm.
I saw that it was lifting out of the bed
Okay.
because, oh, she's afraid not going to stay.
Yeah.
I already knew that and I wanted him to stay. So I covered my head. I mentally said, don't go, don't go.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid.
Mm-hmm.
And he stayed, and I felt when he was getting close to
Mm-hmm.
me, and I could feel
Oh
it was an energy that you can't describe. It's
Mm-hmm.
like a magnetic field that it was real.
Yeah.
It was very real.
Yeah.
I could feel, even at this time I already was sitting on the bed, I could feel against my chest.
Mm-hmm.
And it was that unconditional love. It was amazing. I don't know how long it took, maybe a minute or 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And then I felt the energy leaving, and then
That
the
was it?
bed came back to normal,
They just left.
and it
That's
just
it.
left. Oh, and then I went back to automatic ride, and I said, did you just came? And he said, yes, and you did very good.
You're very, very psychic and very spiritually gifted. Thank you for sharing that. I know there's a lot of people that can relate because, energy is real, and that's just amazing how you had that, how you could describe that. Wow. Wow.
Well, another thing that was very interesting, believe it or not,
Mm-hmm.
I had a dream,
Mm-hmm.
and based on Dolores Cannon's books, when you have a dream with ET, actually you had an encounter most
Yep.
of the time.
Mm-hmm.
So I had a dream that was very vivid dream. I
Yeah.
was like in a room, a medical room, waiting room, and I knew the wall was facing a street.
Hmm.
So suddenly when I look, the wall disappeared.
Yeah.
And I could see through. I saw the space, planets,
Yeah.
blue, dark, the stars. And then I saw a spaceship materialize in front of me.
Were you in a spaceship?
No, I was still in the room. I was looking outside, but it
Yeah,
was
yeah.
like a portal that I
Mhm.
could see. Suddenly, it was like I was looking through a big screen.
Yeah.
The wall disappeared. And then I saw the spaceship materialize in front of me. And I focused because I could see a window.
Uh-huh.
I said, I want to see who is driving. I could see there was two. But before I got very needed, so I could see who was, it started fading off.
Yeah.
So, but before it completely faded, another one started coming. Behind was getting clear and clear. And it's okay, this one I'm gonna see who is that. But and then before I could even see, it started fading again. And then I woke up.
Oh my, wow.
And then I decided I'm gonna look for somebody to do a QHHT session with me. I went to Google and I saw Myra. Myra was the character of a book, a little book that I wrote, a novel, when I was 16. I have no idea from where I got this name, Myra. And then the only person that I heard about Myra was in Google, the QHT.
Yeah.
Okay, she's the one. I called her and I knew, okay, she's the one that is supposed to go.
And that's the
Quantum healing hypnosis therapy technique.
Wow. Okay.
And I will skip the first one. I went to do session with her twice. I'm gonna skip the first one that not many things happened. But on the second one, I started in a magical place that was for the earth. I was in a kind of a rock in the center of a river. There was a big waterfall. When you look on the waterfall, you see all the rainbow colors.
Yeah.
And I was in unicorn. A beautiful, colorful unicorn. And I could see mermaids, I could see centaurs. And she asked, is there anyone there that we can speak to? And then there was one, a blue avian that I just described. It didn't say it was blue avian. I described, and he had a message to us. And I described it that I was seeing the unicorns charging 7 crystals. Each one in each color of the chakras.
Yes.
And those crystals was being energized to be placed in different places on earth. And then this being told that one of his job was to take people to those places. They would get energized with that energy from the crystals. And then when they would back to their places, and then they would take the energy with them and lift the energy of the whole community. So, for some reason, got a little bit emotional.
It's okay.
But that's from where I came. I was in a resting place there, and then I came to the body as Eleonora.
Wow. And that was a previous life that you had. Was that before this one?
Yes.
Okay.
And because present, past, and future happen at the same time, I'm still there too.
Everything's happening at once.
Crazy.
It's a very
really crazy.
mind-bending thing. I feel your guy. I feel them here. I feel the high vibration. Thank you for sharing that. I feel like there's not a lot of people that share stuff like that. Thank you for your bravery and just like sharing that, because it's stuff like that really interests me. And then like Cynthia gets into the mind of, did Eleonora have a family? That's where my brain goes. What did that do for you?
When I got to the place, I felt that all my guides, all my team was there, because you are open, your vibration is high. And first we have a talk, it was like a 2-hour talk, that you release everything.
Yeah.
You release, so there is a lot of healing. The healing is happening there.
Yeah.
And your guides work a lot. For example, when I was there, I felt that they were working on my reproductive organs. I felt very warm. I could feel it. They working on that. I know that you're gonna have 3 more kids already on the new earth.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just leave it there because people may, if I tell more,
Yeah.
they will tell me I'm crazy. Okay.
I'm crazy too, girl.
There is a lot of things that happen in our DNA get activated, some blocks are removed. And then following day, I was still new with automatic writing. I didn't know what I could do yet. So I was mainly channeling my higher self,
Yeah.
not my higher self, my Pleiadian version.
Yeah.
And I think I didn't even had adventure to channel other people that had disease yet. Even though I knew because my cousin was the first one who came. And when I woke up the next day, the first thought that came in my mind was, channel your higher self. I said, what can I? And then I find out that I not only can channel my higher self, but I can channel the higher self of anyone.
Which is beautiful. Yeah.
Anything. Animal, my dog, an ant, a cat.
We're all connected.
Anything.
Yeah.
Even a rock. Because everything has consciousness.
Yes.
Everything really has consciousness.
I love that. Thank you for saying that because it's true. And I feel like it's going to be very triggering for everyone. But I feel like everything on this earth,
the most triggering,
good or bad,
the most triggering I'll leave for last. That's how it works. Even when you are already psychic, information is very important, and information in the wrong time can be harmful.
Yeah.
So, for example, my Pleiadian guide. Yeah. Because we opened the contact, he didn't just went and spill all the beans.
Yeah, that's too much.
They can't do that.
That's too much on us.
Because of free will. And also they know if it cause harm or not. So I learned a lot about myself, about my family. But first, I would have a question in my mind, or I would remember something. Yeah. I said, I wonder if that happened. Or what really happened on that occasion.
Was this like related to a past life or from this life?
From this life.
Okay, okay.
And then when you have the question, and then you are ready to ask. And then he'll answer. You need to ask the questions for them to answer. Otherwise, is intervention, and it's against the free will. Yeah. Well, the low vibration, you can call demons, ETs, or souls that die and are still lost here. They don't respect free will. Yeah. But the light beings does.
No, yeah.
So you need to ask. Sometimes you need to ask. So another one that I'm in contact with my light version. And that's how it came to me. I think I was driving that time, and I saw myself, and I started metamorphose to morph into a lion. So I was still like looking like human, but with a lion face. And I knew that the lions are the ones that are feeling. So I said, I wonder if my lion version wants to communicate to me. So I asked if there was one that would come, and then yes, her name, she presented herself to me as Gabby. And I said, okay, right now we are connected, and I'm kind of help you sustain your energy. Wow. So all of them has a purpose in your life.
You've had a lot of encounters. Have you ever seen a UFO in real time right now?
Yes, and I think it was last year. I was going to Lake Tahoe, and we were in the freeway, when you have like a valley and then
Yeah.
the mountain on the back.
Yeah.
And I was looking to the side. I saw something flying, was green, completely green.
Huh. Okay.
And I thought, is that an airplane?
Yeah.
I saw a big airplane not fly that way.
Mm-hmm.
A small airplane wouldn't fly that way either.
Mm-hmm.
That high, but not that way. And it's not a helicopter.
Mm-hmm.
I say is and nothing is that color that I
No.
was seeing.
Mm-hmm.
And they was just following the car, and they thought, should I tell my husband? But he was driving.
Yeah,
I
you don't
don't
want
think
to
that
distract
was
him. No, no, no,
I
no,
don't
no.
think that was a good idea.
Mm-mm.
I wasn't sure if he could see either.
Yeah.
So I was just there looking. I don't know how long it lasts, maybe even 5 minutes. Just follow me. And then I couldn't see anymore. And of course, I asked
You
him,
asked, yeah.
who are you?
Mm-hmm.
I say, yes. And that was a practice. But to talk more about who is he, let's go back a little bit for channeling.
Yeah.
I was experimenting saying, who can come?
Yeah.
So I was just say, I invite any being of love and light that has a message for me. And then would come Archangel Michael, all sorts of beings. And then one day came Sananda. If you don't know who is Sananda, he is from the offspring of Christ in Sirius, the Sirius star, and he is an aspect of Jesus, Jesus that walked on earth. So I already knew who was, and then he had a message to me, and he told, we know each other from Sirius.
Huh.
Yes, you have a version of yourself here in Sirius. And we are together here. And I started asking him questions about why you don't talk to him directly. So I started channeling him. His name is Harnack. And I already channeled him many times.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I just says any being of love and light, and then it's come whoever has a message that's more, that will help me more at the moment. And what I learned is he will take me aboard of his ship, and we are gonna be part of a worldwide event next year in 2025, where many spaceships will land in public places with human counterparts that will introduce deities. We are gonna be part of this.
How do you
That's
feel about
crazy.
that? Like,
I
are you ready?
I think I am. I hope so. I'll be.
Yeah, you're gonna have to be either way.
I'll be. And I don't know, is that true or not? I'm getting confirmation from many places.
Yeah.
So most likely it's gonna happen. And I want to be the only one. There will be many. There's a worldwide event. There will be no way for the governments to hide the truth. That will be like a woke up. And why we humans will be doing that? Because, for example, he will be with me, I will be with him.
Yeah.
If he's not harming me, people that will be see will know that he come in peace, he'll feel peace.
Yes.
I think that's the idea. And they really start with some that look like humans. The Syrians, they are very human-like. They have hair, was very nice. They just look perfect. They don't have wrinkles.
They don't have any wrinkles?
Wrinkles, no.
Do they age?
No.
Huh.
Well, when they born, I think they born like not as a baby, like 3 years old. And then they develop when they get to their adult height.
Yeah.
And then until some time they will age, but then they stop. I never seen any wrinkles in any of them.
Huh, okay. So this is all in our galaxy.
That's all in our galaxy.
Okay.
But remember, when you see all in our galaxy, only Earth has the 12 dimensions.
Yes.
So if you send a 3D machine to somewhere, they're not going to see it.
Yeah.
Because it's not in the same dimension, it's different dimension. There is a planet inside the center of the galaxy, and humans live in the center of the galaxy. Not humans, they are beings made of a certain, their body are in a certain way that can live there. So it is in our galaxy, yes, but it's not in the 3D dimension.
How do you handle connecting with these high vibrational beings?
I never felt like the difference. I think they just, if they needed to, they lower themselves to meet me. I never felt any
issues,
side effects, let's say. And also, most of those beings that I'm in contact, they are me.
I love that.
They are part, we are part of the same soul, the same oversoul.
Yes.
So we kind
So you're not
of
affected.
connected. It's not something that's foreign, it's not another energy. It's just another aspect of my own energy.
Thank you for explaining that, the answer.
So I think it's like it's easier to resonate and get, but of course there is a higher, my version of Lyra, or let's say my version of the Blue Avian.
Yeah.
His vibration is way higher than me.
Yeah.
But because a kind of one, I think, I don't know, it's go straight to the heart. They are not really here.
Yeah.
Physically, it's not really. Technically, I don't know exactly how that works.
Yeah. No, it's
But
fine.
it can come through the heart, not really through the mind.
Previous to when we hopped on, you were talking about this planet that's getting closer to Earth.
Oh, we're talking about Nibiru.
Nibiru.
For some reason, I like to explain things from the beginning.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Once upon a time, there was the first humanoid race that came to the Via Láctea. There was the first one was Adam Cadman. There was an aspect of Archangel Michael of 6-7 dimension being with his counterpart. And that's when the Lyran population started. Humanoids, like looking feline. Okay. And they used to live in a planet called Avion. Okay. And then the reptilians was dropped off and the Milky Way, and they come, they infiltrated, and then they started destroying. They end up blowing up this planet. That is horrible. When this planet blew up, there was 2 big chunks of this planet. One went all the way to the Pleiades. The Pleiades, actually, our sun is part of the Pleiad star system. Okay. So it was held by our solar system between Mars and Jupiter. And it was called Tiamat at that time. And another version kind of went at the same place, close by, but while Tiamat was rotating around our solar system, our sun, that's Helios and Vesta, this other star, this other planet, that's more than a planet, the star has its own light, and 7 little planets around. So it's a mini solar system. Okay. It went in between Mars and Jupiter also, but it goes all the way to the Sirius star. Okay. It has like an elliptic orbit and takes 3,600 years.
That's a long time. Mm-hmm.
And that planet is from where the Nibirians came from.
Mm-hmm.
Anunnakis, the Anunnakis.
Mm-hmm.
The Anunnakis actually was Nibirian.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a long story.
Yeah.
But why that's the 12 planets, and it's also called as a phantom planet. Many scientists know about that, but for some reason they didn't really want the people to know that there is a planet that appears in the solar system only in 3,600 years,
Mm-hmm.
because they want to keep our mind limits.
Yes.
And because we live, who is lucky live what, 150 years?
Mm-hmm.
So doesn't have that memories, needs to be written down.
Mm-hmm.
And they just control all the history. So not many people know about Nibiru, but people have started to see
Mm-hmm.
another sun that are
Mm-hmm.
actually Nibiru. And there is no problem. There is not a problem. There is nothing like, oh, you collide with Earth, you destroy everything.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Okay.
It's just doing his one thing. That's take a way too long time for us to know and tell the story. That's the story by generation.
Does that affect their vibration affect our vibration on Earth when they do come around, whenever they do? Does that affect us or no?
I would say it does, because I think we're gonna get more light, but it's sustainable. It's not
Yeah.
when they come and then suddenly we have too much heat.
Okay.
But I think the vibration right.
Yes, that's what I was thinking of, because I can, and then it makes me, I don't know, I'm into like stuff like that where it's like there's this movie that I've seen, it's called Another Earth. I'll tell you about it after. But that, like, you have Earth and then there was another Earth and you can see it from the sky. And on that Earth, the other Earth, there was our parallel selves were on that Earth. And then people were taking trips to travel back and forth. So I'm like, huh.
Oh, that's interesting.
It was a very interesting movie.
There is a lot to talk in this
I
subject.
know,
I
no,
don't know when you want to stop.
that's
The
fine.
ascension and then timelines, where we're going, why the tears are here. Well, everything that you live here on this present life affect all your lives, even past life. Because as we told, time does not exist,
It
and
doesn't.
present, past, and future happen at the same time.
Yeah.
So another day was just came the idea. I already knew that I had a life in Lemuria.
Yeah.
I said, okay, let's channel my version from Lemuria.
And that part of you is still there.
Is still there dimensionally.
Yes. Yes.
It's still there.
Okay.
You can't travel there using an airplane.
No.
Because another dimension is another time.
Yeah.
But it's still there. And she communicated to me. And she was healer, using energy. She was able to connect to the energy
Like
of
what you
all
do with
around
Reiki?
her. Yes.
Oh,
On the planet, and also use crystals. And she told me that she joined me. She started doing this work with me.
wow.
And that energy is already in my DNA, so she's just helping activate.
Do you you don't need to share, but like, do you remember anything from that the Lemurian life?
No, I don't remember.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
I have guides. I have guides from everywhere, but I remember I had gotten a reading from someone and she was like channeling the energy, and she was talking about mermaid or whatever. We came to the conclusion it was like from Lemuria. I can't pronounce these words.
Lemuria.
Lemuria. And I just think that's like, I have always tried looking for information on that. And if anyone is into this kind of stuff, she has a YouTube channel. It's The Awakening Path.
The Awakening Path.
The Awakening Path.
And you want to go to the playlist called Earth's Evolution.
Yes.
And I'm being guided to create a series of lives talking about everything I know.
Yeah, it's
I
so
already had a summary, but so many things I learned more. So there is a lot to come there.
yeah, I feel like it's a lot, and it's just so interesting because like a lot of the questions that I have, I'll come to her and she'll like answer it, and I'm just like, oh my God. Watch her YouTube videos. They're amazing. I feel like you would be like a great person. I don't, because I know like you're doing books and stuff like that, but just like to be able to have something with channeled information about other worlds, other places, you know?
Yeah.
That would be awesome because, is Atlantis and Lemuria like the same timeline or no?
They kind of intersect each other. For example, Lemuria,
Mm-hmm.
there was a civilization that was created 2 million years ago.
Yeah.
And the Atlantean civilization rise about a little more than 900,000 years ago.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I have a
And
strong
was
connection
extinct.
to
The
Atlantis.
Lemurians was destroyed 25,000 years ago.
Okay.
And the Atlanteans 12 years ago, when they were about to destroy the whole
The
planet, so they had to sink.
12,000 years ago.
Yeah. And there was the fall of Atlantis and the fall of paradise also. And that's when Earth fall from the fifth dimension to the third dimension.
And here we
For the
are.
first time. Yeah. And the star seeds came to lift the vibration of the planet and everybody on it,
Mhm.
so we can cross the phantom belt as fifth dimension.
Oh my gosh.
I know it's a lot, but explain better on my videos in YouTube.
No.
Go
It's
there.
fine. Go on and go to her YouTube. She has amazing, like, she has amazing content. And then there is that one interview you did with that one person that is connected to another being. It's great. Go on and follow her. I'm just pulling some cards, but I feel a strong connection with myself with Atlantis and Lemuria. And I know there's like more that maybe we can go over in another episode, but that's
Yes, I had 2 lives in Atlantis,
wow.
and I know one was way before the fall, but another one was during the fall.
During the fall.
Yes.
Okay. Hmm.
Yeah, I don't have much information
No,
about
it's
them.
fine.
I have about one, but I'm not ready to share.
No. Yeah, I feel like it's a lot. I feel like it is a lot when it comes to, stuff like this. And just because we are in the 3D, just like the information that we take in and whatever, like memories, it's a lot. Okay. So that is it for this part of the episode. As you all know, I pull some cards just for the collective and specifically for my girl here. I feel like just beings that I'm not familiar with here. And it's like very strong energy and I love it. And I feel like the energy is also going to be given to whoever is like watching this podcast. We have the card of like what is already within you. Here we have it. Here we go. And I feel like this has everything to do. Let's channel this information. I've said it to you a bunch of times, and your guides probably told you a bunch of times. I'm gonna say it 1,000 more times. You are going to be doing something big with these like star seeds. You're gonna be doing something big. I don't know if something's coming up within you. You're gonna be doing something big.
It's interesting that you told me that in the first reading you had from me
Yeah.
years ago, and
That was in 2022?
Yes,
That's
she
crazy.
is great.
Oh, thank you.
I think I would be in a mental institution right now.
Same girl, same.
So many crazy things that happen to that I find out about myself that is that even possible? And then she sees and feels. Oh my God, it's really true.
No, it's true. It really is. And I feel
Yeah,
like you are going to be a part of this collective that's like, it's very complicated because a lot of the channeled information that is not gonna have necessarily any physical proof just yet. Does that make sense?
it is.
And you are a part of that. And I feel like I don't want to tap more into that, but I feel like way down, like there will be, but just like for now, there's a lot of people that have like this connection too, and they don't know that it's like the ETs, you know, they don't know, but you know, maybe like listening to this podcast, it'll click and they'll be like, huh, wow, wow. But be the hunter, not the hunted. With this, we have the owl, and I love it. Um, this is who is this? Oh my gosh, girl. I don't know who this is.
Oh, I guess I know we're talking about a car.
It's I don't know who this is, but it's someone. And this guide, this being that I'm like feeling is like going to assist you in guiding. You're gonna have a community, girl. I've said this before, I'm gonna say it 1,000 times. Like the energy feels like familiar. You're gonna have this community of people, of star seeds. Are you working on that already or no?
Not yet. They just created a community for the book
Yes.
translation. And I thought that was the one we were talking before.
This has to do with the star seeds. I feel like you just there's a lot to you because you know Eleonora is multilingual, correct?
Yes.
Is it trilingual or you speak more than three?
Is Portuguese, English, Spanish, and I'm learning Italian right now.
Girl, she knows the languages, and I know you're working on a book, and she's very, when I say she's helping the collective, it's one thing to work with the United States, but it's another thing to work around the world, you know?
My YouTube channel has covering 55 countries so far
That's amazing. Oh my God.
because I covered 3 languages. So
No, yeah, definitely. I love this. We have, well, there's no nudity, but with this card, I feel like it's vulnerability. And I want to thank you again for your vulnerability and your bravery. It takes a lot for someone to talk about things that people, there's some like, it's split, right? There's people that are like, wow, this resonates, and people are like, she's freaking crazy, right? Let the ones think that you're crazy, because there's going to be a point, and I feel this energetically. There's going to be people that are going to see an ET in front of them and be like, I still don't believe.
yes.
Yeah, so
And let me just talk a little bit.
yeah,
Actually, put the other card and then I explain about proof.
yeah. So the last card we have collaborative dreaming. I have to cover because we have a little bit of boobs here. And it's that, girl. It's the whole collective message is just connecting with other souls, other star seeds coming together and then creating something from that. I don't know what it is, but it's something huge that I can feel and I can see.
That's all resonates. I'm telling you, you are amazing.
Yeah, thank you. You are too, girl. You are too.
Okay, let's talk about proofs. Now you ask, how you prove that everything you told me is true?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, there is no way using the scientific methods based on the 5 sense that I can prove you anything that I told you.
Yeah.
Or you resonate or you don't resonate. But now think with me. Our world that we can see represents 4 to 6% of what it is. 96% we don't see. We cannot prove or perceive with the five senses. When you lock your mind on belief and accepting only the 4%, you already take away God, you take away Jesus, you take away Buddha, Allah, whatever you want to connect to, you take away the arcane, you take away everything, and nothing is really left. And the thing that is left doesn't even explain how your body works, because there is a lots of multidimensional things happening in your one body that the five senses cannot explain.
Yeah, and that can't comprehend, I feel like.
So that's just a hint on, does it really worth to open my mind? I'm a very logical and reasonable person.
Yeah.
That's why my guide, he made me write bubble letters. I don't know if you've ever seen bubble letters. It takes a long time to write.
Yeah. Do you still have that?
I save it, but
You're gonna have to
it
look for
was
it.
just this year that I told him, you know what? I understood why you did that, but we don't need that anymore. I believe you are you. So now we just write normally.
Was that from his like language?
Oh no, it's just
It's
bubble
just
letter. It's the real letters, but
in bubble form.
in bubble form. It's like, imagine like a no, O, an answer, and then that bubble.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's how he made me do it, because he knew I would not believe it.
Yeah.
And most of those things, not everything that I hear, I believe. It needs to resonate with me.
Yes,
It needs to
it's
be
a feeling.
logical. I came from the IT field, and I used to be a programmer, systems analyst, and everything is about logic. Needs to make sense in it. For me, in the end, it needs to make sense. If it doesn't make sense, I'm not taking. Maybe I don't even understand everything deeply, but somehow it needs to resonate.
Yeah.
And your emotional intelligence knows everything, because that's your connection to the smartest part of you, that's your higher self. If you're going to rely only in what you already know based
what
on
you can
the
see.
five senses, you are really limiting yourself.
Yep. You need that's why I say have an open mind. And I feel like when it comes to things like this that are not of this world, the best way that I can explain it is a feeling, right?
Yes.
It's a feeling. And don't look outside of yourself for that feeling, because then you're going to be trapped in that loop of wanting to see physical proof of something. Let me know when you get the answer that you get.
Well, some things there is physical proof, and some even required. I'm not saying dismiss everything.
Yeah. You should discern
But
it.
do not limit yourself to it.
Yeah. Because there's a lot of conspiracy theories and
Yeah.
anyway. But anyways, Eleonora, thank you for joining me on Random Spirit Podcast. There is going to be another episode that we're gonna have. Me and her can talk about anything and everything. Okay, so there's gonna be more of this. Thank you again for coming on.
Thank you for inviting me. Love and light show.